Your first job in film starts next week, and there's two types of weeks for your first week. One that leads to a career, and one that doesn't. Now comes the hard part. You gotta prove that you belong. First things first. Yes, bring a multi-tool. Yes, wear comfortable clothes. And yeah, of course, show up early. But let's talk about what determines if you're still working in film a month from now. Because this first week is not just about surviving, it's about laying a foundation. Here's what a lot of people don't notice on their first week, and that's that everyone is watching you, not to catch you failing, but more to see if they want to keep you around. There's nothing that kills a career faster than complaining about the weather, about the hours, about the food, especially in your first week. There's enough going on, and no one wants to hear it. I mean, it's an awesome opportunity. You're working in film. It's exactly what you wanted, so own it. Something that I've learned over my career is that skills can be taught, but attitude can't. I mean, look at my earlier work. Some of it is a testament to it. If someone asks you to get coffee, great, because it may be your most important task of the day. It's not about getting the coffee, it's about how you handle it. Did you ask how they like their coffee, write it down, and repeat it back? Because these small tasks will show how you handle bigger responsibilities later. Pay attention to the rhythms of set. Every department has their own flow, especially the G&E team. I love watching them work. But as you pay close attention, learn the patterns. It's important for later. When a grip's building a setup, stay out of their way. And when the camera's rolling, watch how everybody moves. There's a dance to it. Learn it and memorize it. Undoubtedly, you'll have questions, and you should ask. But first, pause and ask yourself, is this something I could figure out myself? Is this the right time to ask? And is this the right person to ask? When you do ask, remember the answer, lock it in, because nothing frustrates the crew more than repeating the same answer multiple times. It's important to know that film is a relationship business, so start by learning names, and not just department head names, but everybody's name, because that's how relationships start. Depending on the set, you'll probably get issued a radio at call time. Let's talk about that. It's not a toy, it's not a status symbol, it's a tool. If someone calls you on the radio, acknowledge it immediately, even just to say, copy that. Radio silence is your enemy. Your first week on set can be overwhelming or even daunting because you're trying to do everything right. But don't forget to be present, to be human. Yes, be professional, but also remember that you're doing life with these people day in and day out. Don't be a robot. If someone cracks a joke, it's okay to laugh. And if someone needs help, just offer it. Read the room. You're gonna make mistakes, and that's okay because everybody does. It's how you handle it that matters. Own up to it immediately and fix what you can. Learn from it. Don't dwell on it. And definitely don't try to hide it. In your first week, strive to be someone that's reliable and consistent. Be somebody that they can count on for the basic stuff. That's how you're gonna build trust. Here's a note that I think a lot of people need to hear. Your phone is your best friend, but it's also your worst enemy. If you're on your phone too much, you're not paying attention to set. And I've seen people not get callbacks because they were on their phone too much. No one really cares about your Instagram on set, so focus on the job. Here's the reality of your first week. You're not gonna learn everything, and you're not gonna remember everything that you learned. And that's okay. What's important is showing people that you can learn, you can adapt, and that you're worth investing time in. I guess how I look at it is film is not just a job. It's a career and a community. And that first week is your audition for both. Because we're not just hiring for this week, we're hiring for the next decade. So as you gear up for your first week, maybe the question shouldn't be, how do I get through this week? Maybe it should be, how do I show people that I'm someone they want to work with for years to come? Because that's what actually matters.